Every single day, over 340 million occupational accidents occur worldwide, according to the International Labor Organization, ILO.
Construction sites, though symbols of progress and growth, remain among the most dangerous workplaces on Earth. Beneath every foundation poured lies a hidden truth. Safety is not automatic. It's not just helmets and signs. It's awareness, culture, and the value we place on human life. Today, we step inside a real construction site, not just to inspect compliance, but to uncover the deeper story behind safety. What's working, what's missing, and how small decisions can prevent irreversible outcomes. So, how safe is your worksite really? Let's find out. The site is engaged in active construction, with separate zones for machinery, pedestrian routes, and storage. At first glance, the layout meets standard expectations. Safety boards display protocols, PPE is mandatory, and entry points are well controlled. But as the World Health Organization, WHO, reminds us, a clean layout and visible signage can create the illusion of safety. Real safety, the kind that prevents loss, depends on consistent practice, mindful supervision, and culture. Let's start with the positives, because identifying what works builds a foundation for what can improve. 1. Safety signage. Clear, legible signs such as "Safety is our business," "Authorized personnel only," and "People at work" guide both workers and visitors effectively. According to OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administration, visual cues reduce accident likelihood by up to 35% when strategically placed.
2. Personal protective equipment, PPE. PPE compliance is high. Helmets, reflective vests, gloves, and goggles are readily available and used. Studies in the Journal of Occupational Safety and Ergonomics confirm that proper PPE use can reduce injury rates by over 40% in construction environments. 3. First aid and emergency preparedness. Kits are stocked, accessible, and marked. Emergency bells and evacuation routes are clearly defined. Quick medical response is proven to reduce the severity of workplace injuries by up to 60%, according to NIOSH, National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health.
4. Supervisory presence. Supervisors are actively engaged, providing real-time feedback, a factor the Center for Construction Research and Training, CPWR, identifies as critical for maintaining hazard awareness. These practices show an authentic commitment to safety, not just compliance, but care. Yet, safety is not only what's visible. It's in the spaces between, in habits, small oversights, and moments of inattention. Here's what we found. Housekeeping gaps. Scattered debris and materials left behind create hidden trip hazards. The ILO notes that poor housekeeping contributes to nearly 1/3 of all construction-related injuries. Traffic management risks. Unclear segregation between pedestrian and vehicular movement. A 2022 OSHA report found that 22% of site fatalities involved vehicle movement in areas lacking proper delineation. Training gaps. While PPE use was consistent, many workers lacked understanding of why each measure mattered. Behavioral safety research, Heinrich's safety pyramid, shows that for every 300 near misses, one serious injury occurs, meaning unreported hazards multiply risk exponentially. As behavioral economist Daniel Kahneman wrote in Thinking Fast and Slow, that's how risk hides, in routine, in the assumption that nothing has gone wrong yet. During our observation, we witnessed positive habits. Workers using scaffolds correctly, secured with harnesses, supervisors staying vigilant, reinforcing compliance, daily safety briefings that encouraged participation, not just passive listening. This is where real progress begins, not through enforcement, but through engagement. Research by the European Agency for Safety and Health at Work EU OSHA, found that sites with participatory safety briefings have 50% fewer recorded incidents. However, the real challenge remains. Safety should not rely on inspection day. It should be a living culture where each worker feels accountable, even when unseen. True safety lives in silent choices. The worker who secures a loose board before leaving. The supervisor who stops work to fix a hazard. The team that treats every injury as preventable. As philosopher Epictetus said, "Safety is collective responsibility." So, how do we elevate safety from rule following to shared value? Here's what science and experience agree on. 1. Weekly safety meetings. According to Harvard Business Review, teams that meet regularly on safety topics build higher trust and lower incident rates by 23%. Keep sessions short, engaging, and two-way. 2. Routine equipment inspections. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS, reports that equipment-related injuries make up nearly 15% of site accidents, most preventable through frequent checks. 3. Clean-as-you-go housekeeping. A clutter-free environment reduces slips, trips, and falls, the #1 cause of lost workdays worldwide. 4. Psychological safety. Empower workers to speak without fear. A 2021 MIT Sloan study revealed that teams with open safety communication report hazards 70% faster than those without it. Because safety isn't about punishment, it's about partnership. It's the shared recognition that every shift deserves to end with everyone going home unharmed. As Seneca once said, "And in safety, preparation isn't luck. It's life insurance." A safe site isn't built in a day. It's built every single morning, in every decision, every reminder, and every act of care. So next time you walk into your site, ask yourself, because in the end, every accident prevented is a life protected, and every safe worker is a family kept whole. Stay alert, stay responsible, and build, not just with bricks and steel, but with awareness and respect for life itself.